Good morning, everyone. This is your very own Yobo for Christ. God bless you. This morning, I just want to be a blessing to you, darling. Listen to me. Do you know that sometimes the reason why we are not able to come out of the place where we feel stuck, where we feel powerless, and where we feel that weight and heaviness, the reason why we are not able to get up and come out is because we've not sat ourselves down to ask ourselves questions, to have tough and real conversation with ourselves. Because the most effective conversation you will ever have is honesty with yourself. You, yourself, and you. We've not asked why. Why did I do this? Why did I give myself to this? Why did this person do this? Why did I suffer so much in this relationship and in this marriage? Why do I feel like this? Why do I feel so fearful? Why am I feeling ashamed? Why am I feeling so heavy? Because the moment you are able to spell out the why, and then be honest with yourself with the answers that you're going to give yourself, because this is a conversation between you and yourself. The moment you are honest and you know the why, now you cannot move on to the how. So this is why this thing happened. How do I now right the wrong? Or how do I get myself out of this place? If you don't know the why, and if you're not honest about the why, you will never move further to search for the how. Look at what David did. David had so many complaints about his enemies, but he got to a point that he thought by himself, listen, what am I doing? Is this really about the enemy? Is this really about them? Or is it about how I perceive things? And how I've allowed myself to get drowned in this whole thing? Then he had this conversation with himself. In Psalm 43, verse 5. He said, 5a. Let me read only the A part. He said, why art thou cast down? Why art thou cast down, O my soul? And why art thou disquieted within me? He was asking himself, why do you feel so low? He was asking himself. Look at what the Amplified says. Say, why are you in despair, O my soul? And why are you restless and disturbed within me? This was the conversation with himself. He removed his eyes from the enemies and all of those things that were happening around him. And then he turned to himself and asked, why? Okay, I know that all of this is happening. I know that they've done that. I know that this has happened. I know, but why? So why am I in this place now? Is it because I gave too much? Is it because I gave foolishly? Is it because I gave little? Is it because I don't know how to keep secrets? Is it because I'm afraid that they will not accept me? Is it because I'm afraid of being alone? Is it because I'm afraid of what they will call me, like I said last week where I went to minister? Is it because of the fear of I don't know where I'm going to start? Why am I feeling like this? Because not until you have that conversation with yourself, you will never arise. You blame everybody and everything but yourself. And the moment you do that, you put the responsibility on them. But you, girl, know the real reason. If you really sit down and ask yourself, you will find answers. And the moment you find answers, you will summon courage to tell yourself, I need to get out of this place. The woman with the issue of blood said to herself, if I could just touch. And then she arose and went further. The prodigal son said to himself, I will arise and go back to my father. I know why I'm here. I know why I'm here. It's like, why am I eating with all these pigs? Why am I here? He had a conversation with himself. Why am I settling for crumbs? Why am I living a life like a slave when my father have a palace? The moment he had that conversation with himself, he got up and he said to himself, this is how I'm going to get out of this mess. This is how I'm going to leave this place. He said, I will arise and I will go back to my father. Listen, darling. Sometimes we get so worked up about what they said, what they've said, and what they did, and what, oh my God, I can't believe they said that. I can't listen, darling. It's not about what they've said. It's how you process it and how you let yourself sink into that thing. The words that are valuable and more effective that you need to proceed to your next level are words that you speak to yourself. So my question is, what are you saying to yourself? What kind of conversation are you having? Are you having real talk with yourself to challenge yourself to do better and to move further and to get out of this place of depression before you totally drown? Or are you having conversation to make yourself feel more depressed and sad? What are you telling yourself? It's time for you to face it. Take off your eyes from them and look within. Why? And then move on to the how. I guarantee you, you will come out of this. Whatever this represents in your life right now, you will come out. I dare you to have this conversation with yourself. Be honest. Why? You don't let nobody fool you. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Don't let nobody make you feel otherwise. Don't let nobody talk you out of your spot. Do not let nobody make you feel worthless. Darling, you are a queen. You are a king. And your father is the monarch of the universe. He boss. So therefore, you boss. Get up. Stop living like a slave. You deserve better. It's time to be honest with yourself so that you can get out of this. I love you. Your girl, your very, very own Yoga for Christ. Bye. Shalom.